Ty, that splitter has been such a, not just effective pitch, but a featured pitch for most of the season for you. The last couple starts, not as much. What have you been able to do to be so successful without having that where it was?
I think just more fastballs, location of my fastballs, 4-seam, 2-seams. Threw a lot of them today, and they were working for me. They were aggressive, swinging early, and so we just kept throwing 2-seams and 4-seams and let them put the ball in play. And then had the curveball working well today, just like the last start too. So we've been just relying on that more. Because I really feel like the scouting report on me is, he throws a lot of splitters. So I want to establish everything else first before I start going to it.
So it's not necessarily a lack of feel for that pitch right now. It's more just trying to change up the program a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. No, it feels really good still. I like what it's doing, like the way it's moving. But I really just haven't needed it this last 2 starts, so which is really good for me too. I'm able to get a feel for my curveball and my other pitches.
You mentioned that 2-seamer as well, and that's a pitch that you threw a lot in the first half last year, not so much second half, not so much beginning of this season. Is that a pitch that has just recently come back, or is that more, again, trying to change up the program and throw that pitch a little bit more?
Yeah, I think just changing up the program. Again, they were being aggressive. I had a lot of lefties in there, so if we just keep the ball off the barrel just a little bit, and get weak contact, and that's what we did today with it.
The ball that Jeff caught in right, did you think that was out off the bat?
It was high. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen. He kept going back. I thought maybe it was going to be in. I think I had a better chance of being in than going out. But Jeff made a really, really good play and helped me out there.
What is your confidence level in the defense, not just Jeff's play, but all season long? It seems like behind whoever's on the mound, they're making plays wherever it is, whoever it is.
Yeah, we've been playing great defense. Everyone, everyone who's stepped in there, who's played out there, has done a really good job. When Marte comes back too, he just adds a little bit of boost. But Jeff playing really good defense at second base and even in the outfield too. That's huge to have. But everyone really, Francisco, Escobar, Pete, everyone's doing a really good job.
Good. Thanks, Ty.
Thanks, guys.
Same thing I've been doing the whole year, just coming to the field and putting work in and, trusting that it's going to, transition over into the game. It's a tough game we play. Sometimes it doesn't work the way we want. I promise it's not because of lack of want or it's not because of a lack of work. It's hard. Sometimes you don't get hits and sometimes things don't go the way you want them to. But being on a team like this with so many good players and so many good people that you don't have to be that guy all the time. And it's pretty special, and we just don't even know how many games we got left, but I'm excited for what's going on down the road.
In the course of 162, there are obviously ebbs and flows for everybody. Are you the type of player that when the hits aren't falling, you're kind of searching and trying to change something up, or you're keeping steady, just trusting that the results will come again?
I mean, I think that you have your core things that you go back to, and over a course of a season, with however many swings we take and how many pitchers we see and different pitches we see and different moments, just everything that comes into a game through 162 sometimes can, it's hard to keep those, core mechanics or core thoughts and, just try to go back to the simple things and try not making hitting harder than it is.
When you do go 3-4 weeks without a home run in particular, I mean, is that obviously it's a good feeling, but what kind of maybe release is that to finally get one?
Is that how long it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I said it earlier, I mean, hitting's hard, and I wish I would have had 20 homers over the last 3 weeks. But, you always can learn from, the good, but you really can learn from the bad. And I think I said it the other day, if this was June and I was going through this, I don't think anybody would really be talking about it. But it's September and we're in, the end of the season and have a chance to play for something special, so everything gets magnified. I try not to magnify it. I try just to keep working and, believe that, 2 or 3 good games get you right back on track. All it takes is a walk or one good swing that you feel, and you get right back to where you want to go.
How difficult is that to do in September? Buck said the other day that one of the hardest things in baseball is finishing off a winning season because of how things get magnified down the stretch. How difficult can that be at this time of year?
I think if you're on a team that you feel like you have to be the guy, it can be a lot harder. But like I said, there's a lot of really, really good players on this team that you feel like, when one guy doesn't do it, the other guy picks him up. So you don't feel the pressure of having to do it individually or having to do it yourself. You just try to, take good at bats, even, when you're not hitting a walk or a move the runner, or, maybe a long at bat for the guy behind you to be able to swing at the first pitch. Just stuff that, you can always help the team, even though when you're not hitting. And then when you get back to feeling good, then, you can help the team with your bat.
Is there some team-wide relief after a couple games like this? Led wire-to-wire both games, won 2 in a row. After a tough series against the Cubs, is there some team-wide relief? A couple wins like this?
Yeah, obviously. You want to win every game you play. But I wouldn't say it was a relief in the sense of like we were panicking or, there was everybody was like thinking that, the season was over. I think that, you just come every day with a sense of urgency and, you control what you can control, and that's coming in every day and playing together, having each other's back and playing hard. The ball doesn't always fall your way. And, things, you look back and one thing goes this way, one thing goes that way. It can be, a total different result, but those are things you can't control. So you just put your head down and, you keep playing.
What struck you about O'Neill Cruz playing with him?
O'Neill's super talented. The kid has, pretty much every tool you can ask for. I know that they work hard over there and they push every guy to, get the best out of them. So, I think the future's super bright for him, and he just, I'm excited to see, where his adventure goes.
You go through this type of a period where it's just sporadic usage.
I just put work in the bullpen with the pitching coach with CB during the games. When I'm done pitching like 3 or 4 days, I like to throw a bullpen, and I put the bullpen catcher as a hitter. So I just try to think they are a hitter, and I just try to make my pitches to stay sharp.
You feel fresh, maybe fresher this time of the year based on the fact that you haven't had to be out there a lot?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I don't have enough inning like all the years. I feel really good, and I think that's good because our teams manage the bullpen really good, and I think everybody's fresh in that bullpen.
In years past, you've talked about how you feel sharper when you're pitching more often. Do you feel like you've gotten better maybe at figuring out how to stay sharp even when you're not being used every other day?
I've been getting better with that situation. I'm more mature right now. I understand the game better, and this part of the season I don't have to come to pitch for no reason. I wanna save my arm to when the team need me, like today, threw 5 outs, and I just prefer throw bullpens back in the bullpen, work with the guys over there, and be ready when they need me.
Edwin, what has it felt like to go through in the sense of, for most of the season you were so in the middle of everything this team was doing, and then just due to circumstances you have a few week stretch where you're barely out there. Just what has that been like personally to go through during these last few weeks?
I just gotta stay positive. Every time we are winning by a lot or losing close games, so I just try to stay with my mindset. When they need me, I'm coming to the game. I will do my job, and we try to help the team to win.
What did you think of Guillorme's tag on that stolen base?
He's really good with the tags. He's really good, and I thought it was a save first. After the replay, he told me that's a out, so I started laughing. It was a really good tag.
Do you think that last one was out when it was off the bat?
Yes, off the bat, yes. But then I saw McNeil like running and getting ready to catch the ball. I said, "Oh, thank God that ball stayed in the field." Thank you.
Wasn't really sure. I knew they hit it well. It's a little bit new to right field, so wasn't quite sure. And then, I saw the ball kind of hang up in the air the first one, and knew I could make a play on it.
How close did you think you were to the wall in that moment?
I thought it was pretty close. I kind of stayed away from it, just in case, the ball was over the fence, and I had to, kind of really reach over. I didn't want to get, too close and, get, blocked by the wall. When you get too close, you try to jump, you don't go anywhere. So, wanted to stay away from it, and ended up making a good catch.
Jeff, I know you historically have kind of underplayed the challenge of going to a lot of different positions and performing, but it's something that not a lot of guys seem to be able to do. Why do you think you have that ability to just kind of go wherever they want to put you and be able to make plays like that?
You know, I'm not sure. You know, it's been something I've been able to do since my college days, and didn't really get to experience it in the minor leagues, but been doing it here in the big leagues. So it's a kind of new challenge every single day for me. Start go to left one day, go to right the other, and second. So the outfield for me is really fun. The ball goes in the air, we go catch it. That's all it really is to it. So enjoy it out there, and making plays like that is fun.
When you go to the outfield, for a stretch after a time away, is there a little bit of an adjustment period, or do you get out there and you feel like you've played there all year?
A little bit of adjustment period, maybe in right field. I feel like I can just go out there and play left field every single day. That's not too big of a challenge. I think it's just playing right is a little bit different. But ball comes off the bat just a little, just a little different. So get comfortable as you're more comfortable as balls are hit out there, and then you're making the plays. You calm down a little.
Do the dimensions out there play into that as well? I mean, right field is just a little quirky here.
Yeah, and that's kind of played into it today. I know that ball is hit, and it's kind of where balls go to die right there. I've hit some out there that they just go nowhere. So I knew when you hit that, it was in that little triangle, and you could have a play on it.
Jeff, after that Cup Series, obviously didn't go the way you guys wanted. These back-to-back wins kind of bring a little bit of relief. Win wire to wire, 2 straight nights like this.
Yeah, we're trying to win every single game. Show up to the park, with confidence, and not taking anyone lightly. We got to come in here and play hard every single day, and take care of business.
Just first off, the throw in the ninth inning, from your perspective, did you think you had him? Obviously, the throw was right there.
I knew if I gave Guillaume a good shot at making a tag, that it was going to be very close. So when I did see him catch the ball, I knew it was going to be very close. So I'm not surprised, though, that he was able to get the out.
On the hit and run, Buck described it more as a run and hit. Are you looking to try and get the ball that way, or is it just?
It's just I knew where he was going with that pitch, and I knew if I tried to do too much, I'd probably roll over. So I just thought the second baseman was covering second there, and I just said punch it the other way and let him run. So luckily, drop.
Like I'm about to lose right here.
What allowed Taijuan to be so effective tonight, even though the split wasn't?
Getting strike one. Curveball was there. He got ahead with the curveball plenty of times, and when he wasn't getting ahead, he'd come right back and even the count. So I think that's huge when you can stay in the at bat and give yourself a chance to just get ahead and put guys out quick. That lets you pitch deep into the game.
The split has been so important to him and to his success. The last couple of starts, he hasn't gone to it as much. What has that shown you about what his ability?
It's a long year, and you see these guys a lot. So there's reports on everybody, and sometimes it's nice to change it up just to show people that you're not just a one-trick show or a guy. So we just decided to attack a different plan and just to have different options when it comes into the future.
Offensively, how much pride are you and James both taking in this month? Are you guys both sort of breaking out at the same time?
I just feel like it's been a tough year for us both to kind of get hot, and I don't think the work ethic has changed. It's just more that it's kind of showing more. But I think when we get on base and make things happen at the bottom of the lineup, it makes the top of the lineup more dangerous. So if we can help it anyway like that, I think it's huge, and especially down the stretch. I think it takes a little toll of the guys up top if we can help them out.